it goes without saying that nobody wants or condones a DUI, a DWI. It's a bad idea. Unfortunately, it still happens.
Yeah, and joining us today to talk about what a DUI could actually mean for you are William Hall and Nathan Long, attorneys at law from Salisbury. Welcome.
Thank you.
So much.
Thanks for having us.
First of all, William, what is the difference between a DUI and a DWI?
Sure. In Maryland, it's a matter of degree. If you have a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08 or higher, it's the more serious offense. Anything below a 0.08 is a lesser included. And the difference also goes with the amount of possible jail time and fines you're looking at. If you're a 0.08 or higher, you're looking at 1 year and or $1,000 fine. Anything below that, you're looking at 60 days and or a $500 fine. Gotcha.
Okay, Nathan, let me ask you this. Graduation's coming up soon. We're going to have high school graduates out. Some are going to make that wrong decision to drink and drive. If they do that and they get pulled over, first, what can the driver expect? What could we as parents expect?
Well, what needs to happen is you need to consult an experienced attorney, preferably a local attorney. They're going to know exactly the ins and outs of that courtroom, what the judge normally does in that situation, and also what the state's attorney usually does. You're looking at legal fees, you're looking at possible penalties to your driving privilege. Within the first 10 days of receiving your DUI, you need to file to have a hearing with the administration of the Motor Vehicle Administration so that you can keep your license in the meantime before any suspension takes place.
Now, we are only 3 days away from one of the biggest drinking nights of the year, Super Bowl Sunday. And something interesting that I did not know is that you could get arrested if you have below 0.08 blood alcohol level.
That's very correct. The officer, when they approach you, they take a look at, your overall condition, how you're acting, whether or not there's an odor of alcohol about your person. And even if you refuse the test, they're still going to place you under arrest. And just because you below a 0.08 and it's anything below that, they can and they probably will place you under arrest.
Wow.
So what would be a fine we would look at if there was a DUI?
With the fine, like Will said earlier, there's a maximum fine of $1,000 for a DUI and $500 for a DWI. You're looking at costs if you choose to have an interlock device put in your car instead of serving a suspension with the motor vehicles. There's a fee to have that installed and a fee to have that recalibrated. There'll also be fees through parole and probation. Most times after a DUI, you'll be on a period of 1 to 3 years of supervised probation. There's monthly fees that accrue, and there's also fees for any drug testing or urinalysis that might come as part of that probation.
Yeah, not to mention insurance and things like that. We really don't think about all of that when you're having that drink sometimes, but you need to.
And it's a huge impact because not only are you looking at attorney's fees, court costs, probationary fees, all of that. Also, you have to go to drug and alcohol classes, which are approved by the court. And a lot of times that's a 26-week program, and you have to pay those fees as well.
Wow.
So the bottom line here, don't drink and drive.
Very true.
Well, there's a long-lasting effect. In Maryland, even if you receive a probation before judgment, which is not a conviction, on a DUI, you can never have it expunged off your record. So
Never.
It could be 30 years down the road, and even though you didn't have that conviction, you had the PBJ, it's still going to be there. It's always going to be there.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
that's good stuff to
if
know.
we get in trouble again, show up in court again, that could be brought up again.
Absolutely. And it gets brought up all the time, and people will say, well, that happened 15, 20 years ago. I thought it was off of my record, and it's still right there, and judges take that into consideration.
Wow. How about that? So the best thing to do is just don't do it.
Correct.
Just don't do it.
And if you do find yourself in trouble, by all means, call an attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
That's
right. And if you'd like to read more information on DUI law, or if you'd like to contact Hall & Long attorneys, go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab.
Gentlemen, thank you again for coming in. A lot of great information this morning, or this afternoon rather. Up next on Delmarva Life, it seems like everybody has a Facebook page these
That's
days.
right, yeah, but the problem is when it becomes an addiction. A closer look into that next.